Hey,
I
did you
think,
see the NBA with this new agreement, collective bargaining agreement? It looks like the one and done is going to stay in college basketball.
yeah, I everything. I don't listen to everything that's supposed to happen. I don't think they want young players. I don't think they ever have. But I think it's good for some guys. Just go. But I don't think it changes anything really. Um, if you get the best freshmen, they can play right away, and you're okay. But there's a few of those. How many of those are there? 20, maybe. I don't know. It's a small number, but we can't react to the NBA, what they do, we have to figure out a way to. There's so many things that could happen. All these young guys that do go after a year, there used to be a mechanism where it was actually a rule was proposed. They don't make it, let them come back to college, and it was well they got paid. Well, now everybody's getting paid. So if a whole bunch of young guys go out, they see what happened, and there's a big number that see pretty quickly. I'm going to have to play in East, Bavaria someplace. Maybe I should go to college. Let them come back. That's a Those are good players. Those are really good college players. Let's let them come back and go to college. I mean, it's something that was proposed in the past. Other sports have done it. I think it's something that could happen. But now that I have nothing to do, I can think of all this stuff. And you should go to Mike Krzyzewski. You should go to Roy Williams. You should go to some coaches that been there right recently. Ask them for their input. You have basketball committee members, and they're trying. I know a couple of guys. They're not basketball people. Talk to basketball people. You get to seeding. It's okay to consider the whole season, for example, for getting in the tournament. I understand that. But if you're playing in November winning and you're playing in March and losing 4 or 5 games in a row, you're not a high seeded team. You're just not. You can actually base your seeding on how a team's playing the last 10 games. If you don't want to eliminate somebody from the tournament because they lose 6 games, 7 games out of 10, all right, I'll go with that. November's important. But when you come to seeding a team, it's how they're playing right now that's important. And I worry if Florida Atlantic loses their tournament, they're not out. They're not in the tournament, and they certainly should have won the other night. Could have easily, and they wouldn't be here. And you look at a couple of the NIT teams; they're really good. So there's so much balance now. It didn't used to be. They used to say it's balanced, but then those teams again trying to get beat by 20 or 30. This is not the case anymore. Teams are good. They deserve a chance to play. It's easy to expand the tournament. You play it. You have a play-in site right now. Hasn't diluted the tournament. Helped the tournament. We got there through the play-in site
Yeah.
one year. So you have 3 play-in sites. Get another 12 teams in, just like that, and you do it at the site where the tournament is that weekend. Now the team that wins it, the 2 teams that win it, don't have to travel. They're right there, and it's easy. And you really pick up. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that could get in, but you'd get those NIT teams that were really good. You get them in the tournament, and it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't dilute anything because after one game, everybody's that's not good is gone anyway. So it's something they should do, but we'll see what happens. But uh, the game is a great game. I mean, the balance is there, and that's good for fans, good for spectators. See that happen. My team can get there. Whoever thought 2 teams from Florida would be in the Final Four
Yeah.
years ago? Whoever thought Alabama would be good in basketball years ago? And anybody can get there. Blue blood's still going to get through sometimes, but it's harder. It's harder now for sure. I mean, you look at the top 2, 3 teams in the country this year: Kansas, Purdue. They were really good. They couldn't get by a round or two. It's just the way college basketball is. I mean, when you were number one seed before you won your second game, then you started thinking about the tournament. You know, it's not the case anymore.